Today we're specifically looking over the Winter Platinum Marathon 2025, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. Firstly, for yesterday, or the 27th, we have the Churchill 1, Sherman 2, Cromwell 5, and AECAA platoon. This platoon itself is more so of a fun platoon, I'd say, not so much a one that you'd be playing actively if you want to do well on like leaderboards and such. Alright, today we have the Centurion Action X and Eland 90 Mark 7, Conway and Skink. I believe the Conway, which is the FV4004, has a APDS round that has 488 millimeters of penetration. Essentially, that means you'll be able to penetrate a mouse pretty much anywhere, and as long as you know where you're aiming, you can easily get an ammo rack and a kill. Essentially, just the Conway has more penetration than the stock shell of the top vehicle in the game currently. Overall, I'd say this platoon is great. If I could, I'd really like to get the Eland 90 Mark 7 and try that out someday, because it looks like an excellent rat type vehicle. Next up, the Chieftain Mark 3. The Chieftain Mark 3 platoon has the Chieftain itself, Conqueror, Striker, and Falcon. The Striker, I assume, plays a lot to the same as the Swingfire, but I don't know because I don't have either of them. The Conqueror itself, I believe, does have a really good APDS round and is similar in its attributes to the M103 American heavy tank. Chieftain Mark III itself is going to be a really nice vehicle to have. And then, of course, the Falcon, if you've tried the AVRE, you know what that's like. January 30th, we have the BMP-1 IS-3 Object 268 and ZSU 57-2. This platoon is, I'd say, pretty good because the object is pretty much impenetrable from the front as far as I'm aware, unless you're in like an up tier and your enemy has like heat rounds, then that could be a big issue. I'm not sure what shells the BMP-1 has, but it does have an ATGM, so it has good survivability. The IS-3 is a fan favorite and has really good armor, which should be able to bounce a decent number of shells of the tanks that you're going to be going up against. And the ZSU works both as an anti-air as well as a anti-ground vehicle. January 31st, we have the AMX-10RC platoon with the ACRA, AMX-50, AMX-30S DCA. The AMX-50 seems to be an improved version of the Lorraine by the looks of it. I believe some vehicles in this platoon do have, or most of them should have access to some type of really good round. The 10RC, I believe, has a PDS or some form of high explosive anti-tank, but I'm not sure. The 30 ACRA has access to an anti-tank guided missile, which is really fast, and then the AMX-50 is alright. The M728 CEV has access to good heat rounds. It's kind of slow, kind of like the AVRE, but they do a lot of damage when they hit. The T95E1 is a good heavy tank. The M901 has a dual anti-tank guided missile system with a very interesting turret configuration, so it looks very fascinating. The M163 Vulcan is, of course, the anti-air. Say this one's pretty good. The Leopard A1A1 L44 is a upgunned Leopard with a higher caliber cannon. I believe this one carries the 120mm. Comes with the TAM2 IP, Class 3P, and Gepard. I don't know a whole lot about this platoon, but I believe the A1A1 does carry APFSCS, and with this larger caliber, it's really good. However, it is quite vulnerable, same as all of the vehicles in this platoon. Object 122MTMC with the PLZ 83130. CTZ 59A and WZ 305. Overall, looks like a good platoon. I believe the WZ 305 anti-air vehicle has HEVT rounds, as well as maybe a different vehicle. So overall, it's going to be quite good to use against planes for those vehicles, and the ones that aren't against planes do carry great rounds, and yeah. It looks great. The K9 Vidar, or K9 Thunder, to those who know it by that name, STRV 103A, USH 405, and V40. I'd say this one's probably my favorite out of all of them. I do like this platoon a lot. Okay, so overall, I'd say this event is really good for those who want to get some rare vehicles, and I'm happy that we have this option in game now. By the looks of it, I'm not for sure, but it looks like they will stack here, and then we'll eventually get the full list of all of them over the course of the days that they come out. So if you're waiting for one, just do wait, and you'll have it eventually. And if not, it's alright. You don't have to get one. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.